These two numbers highlight a conflict in modern economics. On the left, India's gross domestic product is growing at an impressive 7.6%. But on the right, the country ranks 126th out of 143 nations in the World Happiness Report. For decades, classical economics assumed this gap was impossible. The models relied on the concept of Homo economicus, a theoretical human whose well-being scales in direct, predictable proportion to their wealth. To understand where the models fail, we have to separate two concepts. Economic growth is the quantitative increase in raw output, making more money. Economic development is the qualitative improvement in a population's actual living conditions. This graph plots income against life satisfaction, illustrating an economic principle known as the Easterlin Paradox. As the line shows, when money goes toward fulfilling basic survival needs like food and shelter, happiness shoots up rapidly. But once those needs are met, the trend line flatlines. Additional income yields diminishing returns for life satisfaction. Economic growth is a prerequisite. It generates the financial resources a nation needs to operate. But those resources are raw materials. It takes deliberate public policy to translate that wealth into actual human well-being. In the immediate post-war era, global institutions evaluated success almost exclusively by its growth rate. High poverty and widening inequality were often treated as secondary issues, provided the GDP kept rising. In the 1980s, economist Amartya challenged this focus with his capabilities approach. He argued that development is about expanding human freedom, giving people the practical capacity to lead the lives they value, rather than simply maximizing their bank accounts. Sen's research pushed the United Nations to rethink its benchmarks. By 1990, the UN launched a new metric to complement GDP, the Human Development Index. This diagram breaks the HDI down into its three pillars. To calculate a nation's score, the index looks at material wealth, life expectancy at birth, and educational attainment, giving each metric equal weight. The HDI offered a clearer picture of society's health, but it still relied on objective statistics. It missed the subjective side of the story, how people actually feel about their lives. Decades earlier, the Kingdom of Bhutan had already rejected GDP as its primary goal. In 1972, the country adopted Gross National Happiness, or GNH, as its official policy guidepost. Instead of just tracking factory output, Bhutan's government measured the quality of its governance, the health of its environment, and the preservation of its cultural values. Bhutan's approach eventually gained international traction, prompting the United Nations to adopt the World Happiness Report in 2012. Look at this radar chart of the UN's 6 happiness variables. GDP per capita occupies just one axis. The other 5, social support, health, personal freedom, generosity, and the absence of corruption, make up the majority of our happiness footprint. A nation can generate enormous wealth, but if its citizens lack social trust, agency, or physical health, it remains an underdeveloped society. Returning to India's rank of 126th, the government has adopted a strategy called inclusive growth. The goal is to ensure that GDP gains reach the people who have historically been left out of the economic boom. Part of this involves short-term interventions. These policies deliver immediate survival relief, food subsidies, and essential health security, providing a safety net for people in immediate need. The other half relies on long-term investments. By funding schools and vocational training, the state aims to build human capital, giving citizens the skills they need to earn a living and stay out of poverty. Short-term welfare keeps families secure today, but only long-term capability investments provide the tools people need to earn their own way and change their circumstances for good. Even with robust funding, policies often fail because they assume people act like perfectly rational calculators. In reality, we are emotional, habit-driven creatures. This realization led to the rise of nudge theory, the practice of designing choice environments that gently steer people toward better decisions without forcing them. We see this in India's Swachh Bharat mission. The program succeeded by reframing sanitation as a matter of personal dignity, using social messaging to shift deep-seated community habits. Another tool is Thalinomics, featured in India's economic survey. Instead of publishing abstract inflation statistics, policymakers translated the data into the cost of a standard thali, or plate of food, a relatable metric everyone understands. Bridging the gap between 7.6% growth and 126th place happiness requires leaving the theoretical economic man behind. It requires public policy designed for the complex, multidimensional humans who actually live in the country.